Set real quick. Welcome to Coach Heupel's post-game press conference. Coach will make a brief opening statement. Go into questions. To ask a question, please raise your hand and we will call. Coach.
Hey, first, just want to acknowledge for the few fans what transpired at the end. Disappointed in the way that the game ended with some of the things being thrown from the crowd. I know that's a very few of our crowd members. For the most part of the football game, man, what a unbelievable atmosphere to see Vol Nation show out the way they did. From ball walk to the stadium, to the atmosphere inside of the stadium all night long. Phenomenal to watch and be a part of. Two good football teams. Played really hard tonight. We came out on the short end of the stick. Just talked to our guys in the locker room. Just disappointed that we didn't play smart enough, and really in all three phases of the football game, but didn't play smart enough to make the plays that were there for us. And beat ourselves in some way, not taking anything away from Ole Miss. That's a really good football team. Their quarterback's a special player. And so with that, I'll open it up to some questions here.
Austin and Adam.
Josh, I don't want to put you in a situation where you're talking about officials, but did you get any kind of explanation on some of those calls? Tyler's call, obviously the play to Jacob. I know there's a couple of times where you wanted them to measure and they just moved the chains on. I mean, were you getting any explanation about any of that stuff?
I occasionally did. Tyler's play, talked to him and said that forward progress had been stopped, not a reviewable play. The spot was looked at, I guess, and that was the decision that they came to. So on some of the chains just being moved, talked to him, didn't really get an explanation on it.
What was the discussion on the field when the debris was being thrown, and what's the update on the Hendon's injury?
No update on Hendon at this point. Too early. We'll find out as the weekend unfolds here tomorrow. What was your original question? I'm sorry.
Just what was the discussion during the 20-minute pause on the field about would the play continue?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just the situation on the clock, the number of timeouts that we had, the game wasn't over. You can see that we had an opportunity at the end. The first part of it was just about player safety.
Coach, the atmosphere tonight, all afternoon, what does that make you feel about the future of this program, the potential things are in place here for you to continue to do?
Yeah, I think it's been built by our players, that there's enthusiasm, excitement, and belief in the progress that our players are making on the field. Proud of them for being a part of or building that. We're just starting, this journey together, and proud of what we've done. Man, our fan base is passionate and cares. They're prideful, just like our players are. Tonight was a showcase of what Vol Nation is really all about. I mean, you come down, make a turn towards gate 21, man, and it was as deep as you could see when you get down there during the ball walk, man. It was phenomenal, the atmosphere that was created. And for, I don't know what, 4.5, 5 hours inside of that stadium, man, it was absolutely electric. Our fans showed out in a great way. It's, and I'm gonna be honest, man, that's why I wanted to be here, because I believe in the power of the T. I believe in this university, believe in this athletic department, and I believe in this fan base, man. And tonight was a great showcase of that.
Josh, this was a 4-hour, 33-minute game, and a lot of it was injury timeouts. Have you ever seen that many number of bodies on the ground? Is there anything that can be done about some of those situations?
Yeah, and the rules committee looks at that during every off season. So I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to ask about how we change that.
Coach, Matt Corral finished with 222 tonight on the ground, had a great night rushing. What does the defense need to respond going into a week against another tough quarterback in Bryce Young in Alabama next week?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we did really well. We had some breakdowns at times. I thought we made it tough on him for most of the night. some quarterback draw that we gotta be better against. And some third and longs early in the football game. We gotta get off the football field.
Eric in Austin.
Yeah, on the quarterback runs for Matt Corral, what were some of the adjustments made throughout the game to try to combat that?
Yeah, some of it's twist game, some of it's awareness of it, some of it's based on call and situation. He's a good player, man. He puts you in a dilemma, right? You know what I mean? And some of those things were broken plays too. Seeing what they're running on that side of the football, RPO option. The run's not there, the throw wasn't there, and he broke contain and made a heck of a play. He's a good football player.
Josh, when you look at your football team and all the players that are out and missing, guys just keep stepping up and kind of chipping away at it. I mean, defensively, you all give up 7 in the second half. Just what's that say about this group of kids? The buy-in, literally, you're going to 4th stringers at times and they're still able to muster up enough.
Yeah, we were probably the thinnest football team in America when we started. We got way more guys injured than you would want. But man, the fight, the competitive spirit inside of our locker room, the want to play for the guy next to you because you love him and are willing to do anything. We're growing and developing the right way, man. And those pillars inside of our program, we keep building upon those. We're gonna have a chance to have a real special program here.
How would you assess Joe's play when he came into the game? And that final play when he did step out of bounds, would you like to see him maybe at least attempt something towards the end zone? What did you see the last play?
Yeah, I think everybody here would say the same thing. Yeah, you want to put the ball in the end zone.
Questions? Rob and then Joe.
Coach, just what did you find out about your team tonight? Didn't start out well, had a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And fought back in the second half.
Yeah, defensively, first drive, you get force a punt, I think, right? Obviously, we dropped the punt, give them a short field, they capitalize offensively. I thought early in the football game, did some things to just, stop drives, self-inflicted wounds. Guys continue to fight, compete. We get a short field, I think off of a 4th down stop maybe, and continue to make a couple plays and get the ball in the end zone with said. I thought, you're behind on the scoreboard. You're able to go get 3 right before half. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, we came up on the wrong side of it, but no matter what situation, I felt like the guys never felt like we were out of it, and their body language, energy, effort, strain, competitive spirit ever changed during the course of the game, man. Like they continued to fight, and that's the positive from tonight. There's a bunch of things we got to do better.
Josh, just one more thing on the delay there. Did anyone bring up the 20-minute delay with people throwing something? Did anyone bring up calling the game in those conversations? And I saw you and Lane at one point kind of came together. Can you let us know anything about that conversation?
Just that we're going to finish the game out. That was it. I think there was concern about player safety, which should be, but we're still going to find a way to finish the game there.
Patrick.
Coach, Ole Miss defense, give them a lot of yards, especially on the ground, points the past 2 games. Did they do anything differently that maybe you guys weren't expecting, or did you guys just not?
Not major overhaul structure differences. There's some things that they did that we didn't handle protectionally. We got behind chains a couple of times. One drive false start, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. Simple things that you just can't do, and when you're playing a good football team.
Coach, what's going through your head as these debris is raining down on the field? I know you've touched on it a little bit, but take us into your head, your safety or whatever. What's going through your head?
Yeah, player safety is the number one thing you're always worried about, right? But then how you're going to finish the football game, like the situation that's coming up defensively and offensively. I said it at the very beginning, disappointed that will be a story or the story from this football game. from a small amount of our fans. Because there were so many that represented Tennessee in a great way tonight.
Patrick. Dave.
Josh, what was, how do you think y'all adjusted when Cade went out? And obviously that didn't look good. Will he be out a while, do you think?
Yeah, don't know on Cade yet. He was moving around in the locker room tonight. He's, really disappointed. As somebody that's grown up here, he said he's been to a lot of football games here inside of the stadium. So that's the most energetic and juicy atmosphere he's ever seen, and really disappointed that he only got 3 plays. He'll. I would assume that he's going to be ready to play for the next one.
Any other questions for Coach?
So just, what are you telling your team coming out of the delay? Ole Miss still has the ball and there's still a chance to win the game when you talk to the team.
I'm sorry, I must have missed the beginning of your question. At what point in the game are you talking
So
about?
after the delay, just, 20 minutes go by, what are you telling your team just to hype them up?
Man, like, you're just talking about the situation. Here's an opportunity. Let's go play. Here's what you can anticipate. Here's what's going to be called. Let's go execute.
Questions? All right. We'll have players shortly.
Guys, appreciate it. Have a great night.
I will go after you guys. Thank you.
I'll never come back.
I'll just be 2 players tonight, guys, because it's late as hell. So.
That's why.
It really is why. I'm totally honest. Trey Flowers here first. and
How late is
Cedric Tillman. Too late.
Trey and who?
Trey Flowers and Cedric Tillman.
Do them at the same time.
Well, Trey's ready. We'll bring Cedric up here after Trey's up here. So. All right, please raise your hand. I'll call on you guys for questions. Jimmy, we'll start with you, and then we'll go here in the second row.
How frustrating was it to get Ole Miss in so many 3rd down situations and then have trouble stopping them?
That's very frustrating. Just something we got to continue to get better at. We played hard, physical, smart. Just got to contain the quarterback. That's a good player, by the way.
Remember, you had the first interception of the year, Matt Corral's first in a couple of years. Describe, kind of go through that play and what did it feel like to get that and kind of start to change a little bit of that momentum in the second half?
It felt great. Personally, I felt like my team, we needed a break. We needed something to go our way to change the momentum of the game, and I was willing to do that by any chance, but I couldn't have done it without the other 10 guys on the field. So credit to those guys.
Eric, and then here.
What were some of those adjustments as the game went on that you guys made to the defense to try to contain Matt Corral in the ground game?
I mean, I don't call it defense, but just try to keep a couple more in the box. Try to play a little bit more man coverage, I guess, and just we know he was going to run the ball, so that was just the focus, trying to contain him, find a way.
We'll go Adam, Vince, Jimmy.
It's sort of a crazy scene there with all the debris and all that. How did you guys react to just sitting and watching that? And how did you kind of restart after that?
I'm still locked in. It was time on the clock. We only can control what we can control.
Trevor, how do you sort of summarize the highs and lows of the atmosphere today? I mean, checker kneeling and sold out, and then ugly scene at the end. How do you kind of summarize all that?
That's one to remember for sure. I don't know, man. Just we love our fans. Maybe it was select few did the little stuff at the end, but the majority of our fans came and showed support as always. We appreciate that.
Was Corral a better runner than you thought he would be?
Nah, we all knew he was a great player coming in. That was no surprise.
What's the key to trying to contain the guy?
It's just something that we just got to work on every day. But like I said, that was the last game. We focus on next.
Talk about being focused on the next game. The next guy is Bryce Young, who's just as equipped at running the ball. Is there anything different after this game that you guys think you might be able to do versus Bryce?
Of course, yeah, we're gonna go and watch the tape, watch the film on the last game we just had, and put some adjustments together. And of course, we're gonna try to contain him every way possible.
So, obviously, Hendon Hooker goes down there at the end. I mean, he's meant so much to you guys. What's kind of going through your mind about Hendon?
Just praying that he'll be all right. He's a tough guy for sure. So I'm not really worried. It sucks, but we all love him. We're gonna keep loving him, and we're just praying for him for a speedy recovery.
Jimmy, you guys as a defense played 101 snaps. I imagine you probably played all of them. Does it feel like you played that much?
Not yet, but tomorrow I'm definitely gonna feel it.
It's just crazy with the tempo and the amount of plays. I mean, you guys were on the field quite a bit in the first half too.
Yeah, they go pretty fast, man. Like I said, I'm probably gonna feel it all tomorrow, but that's just something we knew what was happening. We knew that was coming in. We knew they wanted to go fast and tempo. That's something that we used to. Our offense does it. It's something we practice. So it wasn't no surprise. But yeah, we are gonna feel it tomorrow.
Just give me an example about them. I was going to ask you about that. So you do practice against it, but is it still a little bit different when you get in a game and have to face it at that kind of speed?
Not really, man. It all the same, pretty much. Just they try to speed it up to have defense eyes bad and make mistakes, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same.
Okay, well, I'll take you back on what Patrick was talking about, 102 snaps. You give up 31, really. One of the touchdowns is an 11-yard drive after the punt. I mean, how proud are you just the kind of the effort of the D? Because it feels like you guys are, continuing to play pretty well.
That's something we pride ourselves in, man. Playing hard, playing fast, playing physical. We know what we got on defense. We know the talent we got. That's just something that we just gotta keep getting better at. We know what we can do, and we're just gonna keep improving.
That'll be it for Trayvon. We'll take questions for Cedric. Patrick, you get the first one.
Thank y'all.
Cedric, obviously that second to last play where you got a finger on the ball, did you think you had it when you went up for it?
I just, it's obviously a shot play. I try to get to the ball, but unfortunately just fell a little short. So but no, like I said, I put in effort and just fell short.
Did you have an angle on Jacob's play where it looked like he got the first down? Were you on the line, or did you see how that play happened? What's the spot and all that?
I'm not sure right now. I have to go back and look. Yeah.
David. Cedric, this was a 4-hour, 33-minute game, and a huge reason of it was just all the bodies on the ground. I mean, there were sometimes you line up and someone go down across from you. What was that kind of like when y'all are getting ready for a play and then there was another body down? Was that kind of frustrating?
Injuries are part of the game. I don't know. Like I said, I just try to go out there and help my team win. I can't really speak for the people that were going down, but hopefully everything's okay.
And then Adam, just on that last play, obviously the objective is to score, but how were you all trying to score? Was it a full out Hail Mary, everybody get to the end zone and just kind of toss it up, or were y'all running specific routes, anything like that?
It was definitely a concept. Once again, I had to go back and look on film and see how it kind of played out. Didn't play out the way we wanted to, but just didn't play out the way that we wanted to.
This is a tough loss and crazy ending. Hendon's hurt. There's a lot of injuries. What level of adversity do you think this team is under right now?
I think we're under a good amount of adversity, but I don't think it's nothing that we can't overcome. It was a tough loss, but tomorrow we'll get ready for our next week opponent. So
Back.
How disappointing is it in your fans when they kind of take away from your guys' storyline where you guys put in fight and came back in this game?
You know, I don't really want to comment on that right now. So yeah.
Could you talk about what your responsibility was on the very last play? The one before, you almost caught it.
Yeah.
What was your job on the last play?
Shoot. Try to just get open, man. Like in a situation like that, when the defense has all those guys backed up, obviously, you know, the routes are going to look clean. So really just try to get open and try to get a viewpoint for Joe. But unfortunately, it just didn't happen that way. Yeah.
Cedric, you guys were obviously down and running back tonight. Jabari Small seemed like he did everything he could do. Do you feel like missing Tylen Evans had an impact on this offense, being able to open up some of more of that passing game and get more yards on the ground?
Yeah, I think the running backs did good tonight. But like you said, Tyon is a big playmaker for our team. But you know, Jabari Smalls, Lanith Whitehead, and you know, other running backs, I ran the ball. I think they did a good job. But you know, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Yeah.
Kind of piggybacking off that, I mean, you look around, half your offensive line was out, you had a couple backs out, and there were plenty of times where Ole Miss tried to put you guys away tonight, but you didn't go away. I mean, overall, as an offense, how proud of you of the fight, I guess, that you guys showed tonight?
I'm very proud. You know, we had a lot of people banged up, you know, a lot of people with injuries trying to fight through, you know, we fought to the bitter end. You know, that's all you can ask for. So, you know, I'm proud of my team. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result we wanted, but, you know, I think we fought hard, and that's all you can ask for.
One more, everyone wants to. All right, thanks, Cedric. Thanks, everybody. That's it for tonight.
Thanks, Cedric.